Tough Talk Tuesdays, right back at you.
Oh, Michael,
Bobby D, how's it going?
feel good today. How about you? You look good, bro.
I'm having a pretty good day today. Can't complain.
Yeah?
Beautiful, sun's out. You can see the
Beautiful.
weather's changing. Gotta love it.
Springtime is fun, ain't it?
Oh my God. I'm working out outside. Got the garage door open. Everybody's training outside. The whole vibe is so different. Everything's so different.
But you know,
People's tempo is night and day from when it's cold and miserable out. Makes me think like, why the hell are we still living here?
but you just brought up one of my points. You don't appreciate that because, to me, if it was nice all the time,
Right.
you wouldn't appreciate it as much, right?
No, you know what? I was told this a long time ago, and I live by it. Like, you can't appreciate the sweet unless you tasted the bitter, right? That goes with everything. That goes with relationships. That goes with the weather. That goes with where you live, your business. You know, if you always had it good, you wouldn't know what really good is. You know what excellent would be because it's always been good for you. So I think it's important to go through those pitfalls in life, those obstacles, because that's what makes you who you are. You got to appreciate the bitter. You got to go through the purpose, and then it's amazing afterwards.
So go through the cold days because these days they're just more enhanced especially in the Northeast, right?
Yeah, but you travel all the time anyway. I don't think you even spent that much time here, actually.
No,
Let's talk about that. You were all over the place. You were traveling beautiful places. I was jealous. I was a little jealous.
I got the 2 trips from Synergy, right?
I know. That was amazing.
Our show is brought to you by Synergy Worldwide, home of the famous Pro Arginine, greatest product in the history of the planet.
That's right.
So they sent me to Miami, which was a great trip, and they sent me to Costa Rica. Of course, down to Virginia to see my boy. His team's off to a good start, 17-2 record, pretty good.
Wow, 17-2, that's amazing. It's a great record.
Depending on where they're ranked, there's a couple of different rankings. Some have them like 15 in the country, some 20, 24. So they're up there. They're in the mix anywhere between the top 30 and below in the country. So they're off to a good start. He gave up a home run, his first home run of the season this week. So again, you don't appreciate the good times if you don't have setbacks.
Well, right? Those setbacks tell you what, not to do it again or change it up a little bit, and you don't get as complacent. And when it really counts, you make the ball go over the plate the right way.
It's baseball. He was pitching really well. He's cruising along actually, and then one pitch. That's the thing. Like in life, great lesson for us to start with. Don't ever get too high, and don't get too low. Right?
Yeah.
When everything can be going great, it just takes a second for it to turn around and go the other direction.
Yep.
And vice versa. When things are going shitty, keep going.
Yeah.
What did Les Brown say? If you're going through hell, don't stop.
I mean, it's true. Like anytime I went through bad times, I just did that old school mentality, the magic of 30 days.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll always go back to that because that's what our bread and butter was, right? For some reason, the magic of 30 days. I'm telling this to everybody. Like, if you're having a hard time, whatever it is, whether it's your diet, nutritional intake, your workout habits, whether it's your finances, your business, you plug away. I mean, you got to really commit to yourself, not just to your career, but commit to yourself that you're going to do something each day for 30 days. You're going to create a habit, and you're going to prosper no matter what because your attitude is going to change after that. You have to really be diligent about that. I try to tell people all the time, is like, don't worry if it's going bad. Most likely, you're going to have more bad days than good days during those 30 days, but you got to just keep plugging away, and then the good times are going to come because you have to appreciate those uncomfortable feelings to get through and be in that blissful state of mind all the time. And then, like you said, you could be great, everything's going well, and boom, that one thing sets you back. But does it really set you back? Because it's just the way your attitude is driven, the way you're really, it's almost like you got to condition your mind when shit's falling all crazy around you. It's good. It's sunshine and rainbows. Even though it's not, just don't fall prey to whatever else going around. It might be raining outside, but the rain's not hitting you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's so true. And in sports, especially, sports and life, they parallel each other, right? We played football. There's so many lessons that we learned.
Crazy.
Baseball. Imagine in baseball where you fail 7 out of 10 times. If you're a hitter and you make an out 7 out of 10 times, you're considered great.
Right.
I mean,
That's crazy.
So the key is how you handle those failures, because all you need is 3 successes out of the 10.
Yep.
But so many people will let one of those 7 failures change their mentality, maybe change their work ethic, maybe get them discouraged. Life is no different. There's 100 obstacles every day. And it's easy to make excuses. You know why? Because all of our peers do. So it's easy to swim with everyone else. Just go down the stream and just say, well, the reason why I don't eat well, my buddy does.
He's not eating right. Yeah. He's there.
You know, the reason I drink was because my buddies do. Johnny does, Stevie does, Petey does, everybody drinks. So and you end up all of a sudden, you know, you're 50, 60 years old, and all those buddies are not with you when you're in the doctor's office.
No, they're not.
That doctor's saying, hey, listen, man, you got diabetes, or worse, you know, cancer, or, you know, you got heart disease, the number 1 killer in America. I mean, if you're not getting your shit right in terms of health and wellness, like you and I preach all the time.
Oh, without a doubt.
Mentally, physically, they go hand in hand. If your head's not right, chances are your body's not right.
Well, yeah, I think I share this. You know, like everybody says, you know, I'll get up first thing in the morning and work out, and I know a lot of people do that. But me personally, I could never do that in my whole entire life. I need to get my mind straight. I got to get my mind straight, and then once that's good, I focus, I meditate, I get my thoughts together, my prayer in, and boom, I can conquer the world. Yeah. You know, I was having this conversation with one of my clients today, and, you know, they struggle with their health and their wellness, but, you know, and I'm always talking really sweet and nice to people, but there comes a time where you're sweet and nice talk, and, oh, that right, you're going to do it, you're going to make it, doesn't work. And it's kind of like that tough love where you just be like, listen, I hate to say this, but you're fucking up. Like, you're not doing what you're supposed to. Don't tell me you're doing the work. You're not doing the work. And then I'll be very, very abrasive a lot of times, because when you're good, when you talk to people nice and then they don't listen to you, what else can you do? So let me go to the other end and be a little harsh and say some, you know, maybe some not nice things, but maybe that might hit home. And actually it did hit home. So for example, we're talking and wanted the person to push a little bit harder on this last like 1/10 of a mile, and kind of just stopped and was almost gave up. And I said something pretty serious. I said, what happens if you're at one end of the park and you see somebody going after your kid? You're going to quit right now? You know, they kind of broke down. I was like very upset. Well, why'd you have to say it like that? Well, nothing else is resonating in your head. You're not pushing yourself. So maybe that might push. So stop crying, wipe the tears off, and go burn this thing out and pretend like you're chasing somebody to save your kid. Or I'll give you something even better. Like, what is it going to take for you to realize that if you don't do well with your health and wellness, that you might not even see your kids walk down the aisle?
Yeah, man.
And that's the truth of it all. And that's why I have to like shake people. Like, I can't be nice to people all the time. I do try to motivate people. I do try to inspire them in the best way I can. But once all those, you know, the rules by the book say, you know, how to win friends and influence people, you know, you can attract more bees with honey. Fuck that. You don't attract more bees with honey, because sometimes you have to throw the fire in the flame. Sometimes you have to burn them straight out and say, this is go right to the gut, dig in there and say, this is going to hurt. So what are you going to do? Fight or flight? Yeah. And you know, but hopefully, which I think I did, you sparked that person. Now they have a whole different light on things. Now they're going for another direction. Now they're inspired a different way to train a little bit harder because they want to do better with their health or their wellness or whatever it is. It can be intense, but you know, I try to be nice, but sometimes the kid gloves come off.
A couple of people shouting out, Anthony Ant Dog Brown, my boy, man. I haven't seen him. Shit, it's probably been 20 years since I've seen Anthony. He says hello. Michelle Hollingsworth, she called me I think she called you a brat, not me.
Michelle called me a brat.
I don't know why anybody.
I've been called worse.
Yeah, you have. Yes.
I've been called worse. Plus, I got 2 ex-wives, so throw it at me.
Yeah. Oh, 2 ex-wives. I mean, yeah, 2. You didn't get the anyway.
Whatever.
It's a whole nother topic, but
would you leave me alone?
I'm just saying, 2, twice. Let's do it. Why don't you try it one more time?
I'm not gonna have to.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Three's a charm.
Yeah, exactly. 3 strikes, you're out too.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
Just saying. Just saying. So anyway, Johnny Costello says hello. Johnny, we had lunch with John. We had by the way, before I get to I want to talk about the great lunch that we had.
That was amazing. Listen,
by
the way, one more thing.
Yeah.
Give me a heads up from now on. Even when you travel, if you give me a week or two heads up, like if you have something like that, I swear I'm gonna do whatever I can to travel with you. Because even if I don't win one of your trips, because you win all the fucking trips, if I don't have to win, I gotta pay for myself. I'll do it. But I want to go on these trips with you.
Well, you could be my butler.
I could be a butler. I could do that. I'm good. I can carry your bags. I'm a good bag carrier.
You iron? Because I don't like ironing.
Shit. I'll steam. We'll steam it.
Do that shit. Anyway, to your point about purpose, I remember hearing this. It was one of the speakers that we sat in a seminar said, if you're on top of a skyscraper, and let's say one skyscraper is like 20 feet apart from the other, and there's a plank down, would you walk from one skyscraper to the other if there was, $100 bill on the other side, and everybody's like, get out of here, $1,000, no fucking way, get out of here. Nothing I would do to do that. Oh yeah, well, what about if the other building was burning and your kid was on the other side?
Oh yeah, you're going across. By the way, but I'm going away for $100. I'll go for the $100.
You would, because you're
because I need the $100.
Yeah, but right. I mean,
you're right. You're absolutely right. All jokes aside,
the intent it's all about like how much of an
how important is it to you?
How important is it to you? And here's the problem with health. It's not important to everyone at the moment because they think tomorrow. They always think there's going to be a tomorrow. And then each day you put off getting healthy or doing something to be healthy, it makes it that much tougher because by the way, as you age, boy, your metabolism is bad.
Oh my God.
Reversing things are bad. Like all of a sudden it hits you. You get into your, these young people, you're 25, 26, whatever, I'll do whatever I got to do. But start getting into your late 30s, 40s, and then the 50 number. And if you're not, if at 50, you're not starting to straighten your ass up, you're in trouble.
You're in trouble.
Not only are you taking years away from your life, but the quality of years. And guess who's the burden on that, Mike? Your family. Your family. I mean, how many people I see? Oh, taking my father to the doctor's appointment.
Yeah.
I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and it's like, man, it sucks. So to your point, intent, and everybody needs to make their health. It has to be. I mean, I don't know, man.
It's people think I'm an extremist, but I'm really not. I think it's such a key element of life, and it's got to be a priority. Like you said, like you look at these 20s, 30s, and some young 40s. Like anybody can look good in those days, or anybody can feel good when they're young like that. However, there are more people, even in their late 30s now, are having heart and health issues more than ever in the world. Why is that? With all the knowledge that we have, why is that now? People that were having the issues in their late 40s and 50s are now having it in their late 30s. Well, maybe because it's their lifestyle, the way they're eating, the way partying is more than ever. Like you have to have balance. Like I'm all for a party. I'm all for having a good time. Don't get it twisted. I'm all for having a great time. However, you have to pay the price too. You have to pay the price. You have to, I'd rather, work hard and then I'll play just as hard. But most people are not taking care of themselves in those later years. And it is hard in later years. You got to have more time to recover. The workouts are going to have to change a little bit. I'm noticing that even myself getting into the 50s now. It's totally different training. When I was 52 is different from training from 42. Now the weight load is the same. I'm still as strong as I ever, but the warmth is a little different. It's taking a little longer to get through the workout programs. But as well as I'm doing, thank God I was disciplined enough to keep going all these years. And that's what I try to tell everybody. Some people work out to look a certain way.
Yeah.
I really do train. I don't work out to look a certain way. I don't, Bob. I work out to feel a certain way. I work out, and that's what I try to tell even my clients. And that's what they don't. A lot of people don't work out to look good. Don't trust me. Everybody thinks I just want to look better. No, it's about how you feel inside. It's what you're able to do. It's how strong you're getting. People always say to me, they'll ask me, like, what should I think I should train on? Like, you did my fitness assessment. What do you think? I said, getting stronger. Because as we get older, promise you're not going to get any stronger as you get older. Yeah. So what you got to do is you got to get yourself as strong as you can. Right. So when you start having that decline, it's not so bad. Prime example, I trained this guy today. He's 60 years. He's going to be 60 years old in the summertime. I started training when he was 50. He was a smoker. He stopped smoking the whole bit. Every workout we've done in the last 10 years, he's getting better and stronger, which every workout he's going to be 60 years old. So when he hits his down point, maybe, I don't even know what that's going to be because he's like defying logic with all his training. So maybe that might be 65. I don't know. When he starts to climb down, he's going to be performing like a 40-year-old at 65. And that is anti-aging. Now, what we did is we reversed that whole aging functional process. Like, if you saw him walk on the street, he's a skinny, lean guy. You wouldn't think he's nobody trains like a bodybuilder or anything like that. We don't do that. We do train people to function better and to perform better on a daily basis, not just a one-hit wonder. Oh, let me just train for this, one show or this one thing. No, it's all the time. It's every day, all the day. And that's what, it really takes that consistency, because you're going to have those good and bad days, right? We talked about that in the beginning, but it's being consistent is, and discipline is the number one key. And just to if I can tell people what they should work on, don't worry about losing inches, worry about gaining strength. Because remember, what supports that skeletal system is your muscle. The stronger the muscle is, the more it's going to be supporting that skeletal system. So you got to keep that in mind. Doesn't mean you're going to create bigger muscles. Don't get that wrong. The only way you're going to create bigger muscles if you eat a lot. You don't want to get big muscles, don't eat a lot. That's all. But you got to do the right things to nurture them, to make sure they're recovering better. Yes, the Pro-Arginine, we talk about all the great benefits it does, how it boosts your metabolism, how it's going to help tap into your natural growth levels. It's going to help, metabolize and the protein system, breaking down food better. And it's going to help the blood flow throughout your whole entire body. Yes, it's going to cure everything. Sorry, it helps everything. Yes, it does. However, if you're not taking it on a daily basis, it's not going to do the benefits for you. Or you're not training on a daily basis, it's not going to benefit you.
Consistency, right? Consistency. We got Anthony mentioned here that he just found out he's borderline diabetic. So I got to be careful. He says not easy. And how great is it that he's watching tonight? Because, Pro-Arginine
is the key.
Pro-Arginine was actually designed. People don't realize this. It was designed by an endocrinologist, one of the world's leading endocrinologists, who started arginine therapy with his diabetic patients, Mike, in 1992.
Pendergrass, right?
Pendergrass. 1990. So 30 years ago, this guy was using arginine therapy to treat his diabetic patients. 7 or 8,000 of them.
Yes.
And when Dan Higginson wanted to launch Pro-Arginine back around a dozen or so years ago, he knew about Pendergrass, and he grabbed him out of the woods. He said, "Hey, man, would you like to formulate?" Yeah. And he said, "Yeah, I would love to." And they took the science from the Nobel Prize winner, right? Louis Ignarro. So Anthony, reach out, man. Send me an inbox. We can take care of that. I mean, there's diabetes type 2 is reversible with diet. And if you do the right thing,
you're gonna be okay.
And one of these days we're gonna have my buddy Steve Callahan come on, who, I think I told you this story, Mike. Steve went to his doctor and his blood sugar was through the roof. Was like I think it's 300 and something, 359 was his blood sugar. And they immediately said, "Bro, you got to get on all these meds. Let's go." And he did. He got on the phone with Sandberg, and Sandberg gave him like 5 or 6 different things to do, including a few, Synergy products. And Mike, within 30 days, he was down from 359 to 100. He was
beautiful.
Like way over diabetic to non-diabetic in 26 days, bro.
Right.
From food. So the problem is most people don't notice.
They don't.
They just don't know, and they just go by what they and we're not here to rip doctors. We need doctors. We love doctors, but the ignorant ones we don't love.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't.
The ones that got their minds, they got, oh, look at all the plaques I got. Look at all the. I don't care about that. People don't know. Go back to 101. People don't know how. The people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Yeah. And if you're not caring, I don't care what you know, because you're not doing the right thing. And I think we talked about it a couple of weeks ago when I talked about blood sugar levels, how arginine, tons of studies, regulates your glucose levels, your blood sugar levels. So it's during that protein synthesis, it's gonna take the protein and convert it into glucose when it's needed. Yeah. It's gonna take fats as well, convert them into to regulate your blood sugar levels. It's gonna do all these things for you, so you really don't have to do. All you have to do is take it. Not ask you to work out even. Be great if you did.
Yeah.
Do what you have to do, but at the same time, if you just start getting the right nutritional products in your system, and nutraceuticals, you don't need pharmaceuticals, all nutraceutical stuff. You don't need anything.
If you're watching this, ask me or Mike for the brochure, the 22 Reasons brochure, right? How great!
Oh my God! I should get bold. I should put it in the back of my.
Yeah, I mean, 22 clinical scientific studies done on, and they're all different topics. 22 reasons for arginine therapy. And
it's crazy.
And then when you're gonna listen, there's some people say, "Oh, I take L-arginine." Throw it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Throw it out. If you take, I don't care where you get it. If it's not pro-arginine,
it's not the best. It's not, and we're not saying it because we listen. Yes, we support the company. Yeah, we believe in it. The reason why we believe in the company is because we found out it's the #1 product in the world.
Exactly.
I'm not. Why would if it wasn't, we wouldn't be having this talk about it. We'd be talking about something totally different. We could talk about any other product and say, "Oh, this is going to be just as good." No, we're here talking about because this is the best in the world. So when I've had people say, "Oh, well, I'm going to go to GNC and guy at GNC," I'm like, seriously?
Yeah.
Are you serious? Yeah. And somebody who did it, and somebody in my family, I'm going to mention any names.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, seriously? You're going to go? Because why? I don't get it. But, listen, people got to make their own mistakes. They got to trip and fall, make their mistakes. And when it doesn't work, they're going to say, "Oh, it didn't work for me." No, but you didn't get the right stuff in your system.
Yeah. So we had, speaking of Johnny Costello, who chimed in, and we're going to do dinner this week. We're going to have, if you're free, Michael, I don't know what you're doing, but Friday night, we're going to go to, plans are to go to Bonacera in Red Bank. Really nice.
Oh, I love Red Bank.
Yeah.
I got my daughter this weekend, so I got to see if I can do something with her.
But overrated. Get rid of her and just get to the dinner. I mean, let's be honest.
Listen, if it wasn't every other weekend, I swear I would be like,
for Christ's sake, kids. But anyhow,
I could keep her in the car. She could just play with her TikTok all night long.
Throw her out. Just
You know what? Listen, I'm gonna see what my sister's doing, because maybe we might hang out at my sister's house. So I might go to my sister's and do that. So maybe I'll drop her off and my sister's right there in Shrewsbury, so we can hop, skip, and jump. I'll see what's going on.
Will you stay and watch and bring your sister? I haven't seen her in ages. It'd be nice to have
I should.
But anyway, so Johnny Costello, we had an exciting week. We had that lunch.
Yep.
So what we did was you, myself, Anthony, his beautiful girl, Laura, Johnny Costello, and then we met Jesse.
Yes. Great guy. Awesome guy. Liked him. Nice guy.
Jesse, yeah, I'm gonna let me see if I can bring this up. This is Jesse's brother. We're gonna get these guys on an upcoming show. No, this is Jesse right here. So this is the guy we met for lunch. I know all the women right now are like, "Oh my wait, stop that!" All right, I'll stop it. I'll freeze it. This is Jesse, who we met for lunch. Jesse, obviously, tremendous shape. He owns a meal prep business. He also owns a dancing business. The dude, and he's one of the more. I mean, Mike, the dude's energy is through the roof. He's just a
nonstop. Yeah, nonstop energy.
He's a good friend of Anthony Trainer's, and Anthony introduced us. And the idea was to basically talk to him about Pro-arginine. Right? That was the thing. Like, hey, we believe this product is so exceptional. That's the bit. Like we're going after that guy. Like, you don't go after that guy with some hokey shit.
Shit, no.
It's like
because he's gonna know it's BS from the word go, right?
You don't show up to Yankees tryout when you can't hit an 86-mile-an-hour fastball, right? I mean,
no.
When you go meet this dude, first of all, your product better be amazing. And you also better have your shit together to be able to describe it. Because this guy, eating is what he does for a living.
Yeah.
Right? He meal preps for people that look like him. So he knows exactly what's supposed to go into bodies. He knows all that shit. So if you're going to sit down with a guy like this, your shit better be good. So we sat down, about an hour?
Yeah.
You shared your insights. I shared my insights. I got to tell you, today, I spent an hour and 15 minutes on the phone with him and his brother. Now, his brother, Mike, has 4.3 million followers on Instagram.
Jesus Christmas.
4.3 million. Multi-millionaire, big-time success. His brother is a guy that companies pay big bucks to promote products. And I talked to him today. I said, there's no money. There's none of that. Here's how this works. If you love this product, you're going to get to talk about it to people that need it in your life. And I told him some of the stories. I got Dan Higginson on the phone. So Dan spoke with them.
Oh, wow. That's huge. Come on. You got
the founder of the company.
You got the founder of the company talking to you.
An hour and 15-minute great conversation. Both of those guys. What did we say at the test? We said to Jesse that day for lunch. He said, "Listen, we don't do bullshit. We don't do phony. We don't do selling. We want you to try the product, and if you believe in it, if you love it, then let's talk about how we can share it
in the conversation." Yep.
Don't love it, then we don't. It's over. Like, it's no hard feelings. We'll do. Maybe we'll sell something else. We'll sell.
Right.
But it won't be that. So same thing with the brother. It's like, his name is Armand. Armand, we're going to send you the stuff. I want you to use it. And after you give it a test run, if you believe in the stuff, boy, you think about the impact.
Sure.
You think about the impact that can have. And that's the point that I was making, Mike, about, it's great to hook up with positive-minded people, right? It's great to build relationships with positive-minded go-getters. Even if the Pro Arch end didn't work out, you develop a quality
relationship with somebody. It's forming, like we always talk about, and we do it, and we've done this countless times, form those little mastermind groups, those little powwows that, hey, listen, when you are going through that hard time, who are you gonna plug into? Don't plug into somebody else that's going through a hard time, because then that's two negatives is even worse, right? Two negatives is not going to get positive. So if you plug into somebody who's always on the go, who's always moving and shaking, chances are you're going to snap right out of your funk and you're going to get back into it. But if you become a product of your environment. So if you look at the people who you surround yourself with, and that's what you're going to become. For me, I'd rather be by myself than surround somebody who's going to have negative energy towards a situation. I just will not be around somebody who's going to take the joy out of life, out of that day. You just can't. It's just, time is too precious, too valuable. It takes a long time to have that tendency, because like we said, things go up and down. But for the most part, if I'm around somebody, I hear doom and gloom all the time, I'm either going to stop them and say, I don't want to hear about it. Oh, Mike, you're so insensitive. No, just stop talking about it. Let's talk about something positive and keep moving. You have to. But it's amazing. Like you said, that's one thing that you do, is like when you talk to people about and you click on somebody that really has the same thought pattern as you, it's weird how you gravitate towards those people. Like this guy, Jesse, all these guys you talk to, it's weird how you just eventually gravitate people who have the same like-minded as you are.
It's funny. We look at those two guys, and let me see. I don't know if I didn't show pictures of Armand, did I? Let's see.
I don't think so.
So this is Jesse, obviously.
Yep.
So this is Armand. All right. So obviously he's no slouch. This guy's 56 years old.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. Right here in New Jersey. So he's looking forward to having lunch. He wants to, but look at this dude.
Yeah.
Now, multi-success, multiple income streams, right? And anxious to learn more about the stuff. And meanwhile, you and I will talk to a person who's has failed miserably in a ton of shit. No attitude, and you're like,
I know.
Let me do my research. I gotta do my research.
You came a little muffled, Bob. Say it again.
I gotta do my research. I gotta do my,
I gotta do my research. Let me ask my doctor to see what he says. Make sure it's okay. Are you serious? I swear, people like that, I want to hit them with something. Yeah. I really do.
So it's just funny how, and there's a reason people like that are successful, because like you're saying in the conversation, he goes, I keep my doors open to everything.
You have to.
I keep my doors open to everything.
Yeah, you have. It's when you talk to those closed-minded people, like you said before in the beginning, we're not trying to sell anything. If I gotta like really slam this down somebody's throat, I don't want to talk to you. I won't do that. So it's not necessary, because you're not going to take it religiously like you're supposed to. You're not going to feel the benefits of it, because you're already going into it with this, oh wait, let me do my research. I got to make sure that Joe and Bob and then my doctor Jim says it's okay to take it, because I'm not sure, and then I'm going to get my blood work done too. Shut the fuck up, you fat fuck, and just take it.
It's crazy. I put this slide up, and I was talking to these guys today about this. I said, do you know, in 1998, that's 24 years ago.
Yeah.
I said the Nobel Prize in Medicine was awarded for the discovery of nitric oxide. And I said, you can't find 5 out of 100 people on the street today that will tell you what the benefits of nitric oxide are. They won't know.
They don't know. You're right.
Yet look at the others on the screen right here. Look at the other 3. Everybody knows what the X-ray does, Mike.
Right.
Everybody knows
what insulin does and knows what penicillin does. Yep.
Why are those 3 things not suppressed? And then the 4th one is? Well, let's take a look. I mean, those 3 are all part of the medical game, right? They're all part of the pharmaceutical.
Big pharma.
Right? Yeah. All of them are implicated. Right? They all help create that money stream. Nitric oxide. Ooh. Oh, no. Nitric oxide does the reverse. If my patients, if people learn that nitric oxide can eliminate heart disease, eliminate strokes, can reverse cardiovascular disease, can literally reverse diabetes, can be an aid with dementia patients and Alzheimer's, can be a human growth hormone stimulator. It can be a liquid Viagra. Wait a minute. Let's not talk about that yet.
No, we can't talk about that.
24 years on the books. This guy Ignaro, you know the deal. He wrote the book.
Yeah.
This is the book I read. When I talked to you, before I talked to you, I read this whole book.
No more. I remember you sent it to me, and I read the same thing. I was like, I couldn't put it down. No More Heart Disease, one of the best books we read.
Angry. Yeah. I was mad.
Yeah, I started getting angry too.
If you look at the statistics, man, the number 1 killer in this country is heart disease. And you mean to tell me there's a simple, safe, 0 side effect natural product out there that can do what thousands of medications are supposed to be doing? Yeah, that's what's going on. And that's the frustrating part, man.
Yeah.
And that's why, and one thing we've learned with COVID, Mike, is it's all about the money, man.
It's all about the money.
Everything is about the money. It's not about health. If you think that the CDC, the FDA, and all these health organizations, if you really believe that their first motive is about your wellness and safety, man,
oh my God. Yeah, you're an idiot. You're an idiot.
You couldn't be more of an idiot if you think that these vaccines, their number 1 primary motive is safety and health. It's not, because if that was their primary motive, they would gladly tell you about the people that are having side effects and say, hey, listen, yes, there's side effects, but you're not going to die. That's what they would be saying, but they're not saying that. They're hiding. They're hiding the data of the side effects. They want to put it away for 75 years. The results of the vaccines and the trials. Why? Why do you want to put it away for 75? Because it's about the money. It's not about safety.
No.
Unfortunately, Mike, our medical industry, our health and wellness industry is backwards in the United States. Our medical industry is money first.
It is.
And then, hey, if it happens to help, great.
We talk about all the time. I mean, like I said, there are some good doctors out there, but there's a lot of crappy ones too. And then when they make the mistake, they say, "Well, we'll just practice the medicine." Well, you're not going to practice on me. I'm going to do my research. I'm going to do my real research. And you know what they don't talk about, which I don't get it. Like, you talk about the vaccine, you talk all that bullshit. Like, nothing's guaranteed, no matter what you do in life, right? You got to take all the precautions, right? But nobody's doing the good stuff. Nobody's taking the vitamin C's. Nobody's doing your pro-arginines. Nobody's doing a probiotic. Nobody's doing all the things to help, liver function. All these things they should be doing to cleanse your body. They won't do that because, it takes 30 days to, reboot your body. But I'll take this pill that takes 2, because they think it's doing well. But it's funny, like my daughter, I love this. My daughter, when she was like, Michaela, my youngest one, she must have been like 5 years old, and we're sitting there watching something on TV, and some advertisement for some, some pill to help cure, like, I forgot what it was. I think it was for some nasal congestion or something like that. But then she read off what they were saying, so she repeated what they were saying. But it can cause severe diarrhea. It can cause headaches. It can cause, blood clotting. And she's reading. She says, all the bad things it can cause just to fix this one thing, there's got to be a better way. Yeah. And I looked at her and I was like, oh, Michaela, there are better ways. But they're not going to tell you that because they're trying to make money.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at this. Look at this list on the screen. Look at this.
I don't got my glasses on.
Oh, yeah, man.
Can you blow it up? I got it. I'm looking. I can't see shit.
So it's basically all the benefits of nitric oxide. And it's the stuff that I did not know. When Dr. Ed sent me the text to check out Pro-Arginine, I asked him, what does it do?
Right.
And he listed all of these, not necessarily in this order. And he did it. It wasn't a preconceived text. It was just me talking to a buddy.
Right.
And I'm like, how the hell does one product do all this? And then you go research it to try and poke holes in it and say, and then you find out, holy shit, there's 200,000 research papers done inside PubMed.gov on nitric oxide. Wait a minute, Mike. Did I say 200?
Right.
200,000. And you go, wait, how? How is it not the first thing prescribed? It promotes healing.
Right.
It enhances blood flow to every part of the body.
Everybody, everything.
It can help patients. It can help. It helps. You go, wait a minute. All right. So what's the side effects? Oh, none.
Right. No side effects. No bad side effects.
Maybe it could be if you might get, some people might get diarrhea if they take. Well, then you take a little less, but no long-term effects or nothing. And it won a Nobel Prize in medicine. It's not like some hokey, take a this is no, dude. Like
this is legit. You can't get any better. Nobel Prize. You can't get any better than that. What else do you need? It's funny. Like we talk about this as well, where you could take all these different vitamins, which is great. You should be taking them. But if you don't have the right blood flow going through your system, all those vitamins aren't going to be broken down in your system. Actually, it's going to cause a lot of confusion in your system, and you're going to have this overload where your body's not going to be able to break them down properly. Where if you have the proper blood flow and it's breaking down the nutrients the way it should be broken down, now you're going to get all and everything that your body is supposed to use throughout the day. But people just don't realize, and I just don't know how to beat it into people's heads. And we shouldn't have to anymore. Like I'm really, like I said, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not gonna here it is. I'm gonna present somebody with all the great stuff that it does. If you want it, great, awesome. I'll help get you started. I'll tell you how to take it. Performance-wise, me, I'm all about performance. I'm taking it because I want performance, and obviously the great health benefits. But I'm doing it for a performance level, more than anything, because I just want to always perform like I am, in my 30s still, and it's allowing me to do that. We talked about that 100 times already. How it reduces the stress on my heart when I'm pushing out and I'm lifting super heavy, or I'm doing a hard cardio phase. Like, I'm not killing myself, and my heart's not racing like it usually is. It's calm. It's good. I can get through the exercises. Makes me want to get through more. Like, if that's not telling me something right then and there, performance, if I'm performing better with that, I'm going to perform for everything else.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not going to sit here and beg somebody. In the beginning, I was like, oh, you got to please just take it. I was even buying it for some of my clients since I just wanted them to do well. And I'm like, what am I, crazy? I'm like, no, I'm not doing it anymore. If you don't want it, fine. Don't take it. When something bad happens, then don't come running to me.
There's a 4-month money back guarantee when someone says, is there a sample? There's a 4-month money back guarantee. Try it for 4 months. If you don't like it,
right.
Money back. By the way, Rob Sanders says hello. It's been a long time. Rob, good to see you. Great. By the way, tell Star, great memory that she posted the other day. Outstanding. You know how those Facebook memories come up?
Yeah, I didn't see it.
I know you're not a big Facebook guy.
I'm doing better. I'm horrible on social media, and I'm doing better.
You're an Instagram.
What's that? I'm Instagram. We're doing TikTok.
Yeah, you're doing that. But how about this Heart Institute study, man? How amazing! When people ask me, well, what's the efficacy? How do you know? Look at this study done in 2009. ProArgin and Synergy went to the High Desert Institute in California, and they said, do us a favor. Can you please give us like your worst patients?
Right.
Give us your worst patients. So they took 33 patients, right? Average age was 68, right? I know you don't have your glasses on, so I'm helping you. I can need to read it too. 68
I see the 68. I can actually see it. I see it. I'm good.
33 patients.
33,
now, every one of these patients, Mike, had heart disease. Every one.
Right.
They also, a lot of them had diabetes, renal failure. All these people, quite frankly, were medically managed disasters. In other words, there was nothing else medical doctors could do for them. They were at their max. There was nothing they can do further to improve their situation. So ProArgin says, we'd like to do a 90-day clinical trial. Can you give us 36 patients? So they give them 33. Okay. Now, here's the protocol, Mike. They give them 10 grams of ProArgin in the morning and 10 grams at night. And look at the test done every week. Okay.
Wow.
CMP, CBC, HbA, hemoglobin, full lipid panel, vitamin D test, microbiome. I said that wrong. Micro, whatever. LFT.
I fucking love you.
C-reactive protein, echocardiogram, boom. They do all these tests on a weekly basis for these 33 patients. Now, the doctor was Dr. Siva. Dr. Siva, look what he says here. He goes, I expected a marginal improvement in the symptoms. What we ended up seeing was remarkable positive remodeling of the heart, positive pulmonary artery changes, pulmonary vascular changes. Now, Mike, this doctor was not affiliated with ProArgin.
No.
He's a cardiologist affiliated with the center. So he's like, what the fuck is going on here? He says the results obtained were over and above those maximum pharmacological and medical management. Now, look, Mike, 37 markers in blood for these 33 patients were improved. And all they did different was they added ProArgin to their record. Hey, look at my triglycerides, 40% decrease.
It's crazy.
18% decrease. 34 in women. Fasting blood sugar is 16. Look at the vitamin D level.
I see it. It's amazing.
3%.
All their levels are great.
Nuts.
So you know what, Bob, you know what? I gotta check out. I gotta make sure this is really legit stuff. Let me just wait. Let me just make sure it's really what it says it is. You jackass! Oh my God!
I mean, it's crazy, man. And this is the most comprehensive clinical study.
Well, Bob, do me a favor. We talked a lot about the great supplement, all awesome. But tell me again, because you know me, I don't pay attention to any of of this. I'm horrible at it. But tell me, like, as a rep, what am I making every time I sell a product to somebody?
So you become a rep and you get basically 25%. Now, first of all, Mike, there's 21 other Synergy products.
We know that.
Now, we talk about this one because it's the flagship. It's almost, we do a lot of disservice because you and I both know, because we use a lot of them.
I use mostly all their products. I've tried them all.
Every one of their products is exceptional. And people ask all the time, they say, well, you know, why is it amazing? And I say, here's the reason, right? You ready? Boom. One of 4 companies in 2013 in the pharmaceutical category. We're not a pharmaceutical, by the way.
Right.
That is a Forbes accredited.
Wait, let me bet. ProArgi-9, one of 4 Synergy itself is one of 4 companies in the pharmaceuticals category, and we're not pharmaceutical. Wow. And we still made it in the Forbes book. Unbelievable.
This is 17 patents, 14 clinicals, 18 biochemists on staff. So to answer your question, a rep will make approximately 25% of the commissionable value of any products that they associate with. So, you know, ProArgi-9 Jumbo and a single box is the one that we usually sell because that's a 4-month supply. That's a $42 commission for a rep. And here's the beauty. Here's the beauty. ProArgi-9 has a 51.3% retention rate 1 year later. Now, what is that, Mike? In the industry, the average is 8.8% people repeating orders a year from the time they start. 8.8. ProArgi-9 is 51.3. Now, why is that, Mike? Why is it 6 times the industry average, Mike?
Mm-hmm. Because it's not a reputable company. That's why. Yeah, because it's amazing. That's why. And
because the stuff works. Because the stuff.
I know. Because the stuff works.
It's not.
All their products are amazing. Listen, and that's why it's so crazy that I just go ahead. I'm sorry.
We don't stop being. Knock it off.
I'm sorry.
Because it's not. We don't put down other companies, but you and I have been presented.
Why can't we?
And every day, because it's not ethical.
Oh.
We put down other people, but not companies.
All right.
But we don't.
But this is Tough Talk Tuesday.
Yeah, but come on, have a little respect for Christ's sake. Am I always got to teach you shit?
Yeah.
Because there's people probably watching that represent some of these companies, and they probably think their shit's better than ours, and it's like you're an idiot.
Well, let them come knock on my door then. Tell them to come knock on my door.
Idiot, what you trying to do? I had somebody reach out to me. Hey, you know, products coming into the United States. I'm like, why would I want to take a shot knowing that the statistics say that 1 in 300 companies in this field, in this industry, make it past 3 years.
Right.
1 in 300. I rep a company that's in business for now 24 years, 23, whose parent company's in business over 50, doing business in 29 countries, top-rated Better Business Bureau, top like 75% customer to rep ratio, stellar ratings throughout the. Why would I want to like take a shot because you're brand new? Like,
right.
I have a product that no one knows about in the United States because it's being suppressed by the higher powers. So why not take a shot with a product that's got Nobel Prize science behind it? It's got 3 clinical studies. It's with a firm company that's been around the block. It's been all through the trials and tribulations, you know, the growth and the setbacks, all of that shit. Why would I want to try your stuff? But no offense.
Right. No, you're 1,000,000% right.
What am I doing? What am I doing? So, yeah, I mean, it's just it's almost unfair because, like Dan said when I first went out, there is no competition for ProArgi. I don't care what nitric oxide supplement you find. It's probably, Mike, you know this. You taught me this. 85% of supplement companies don't even make their own shit.
Yep.
They sub it out.
Who do
you think they're subbing it to, Mike? The highest cost or the lowest cost? I mean,
exactly.
I mean, Synergy's testing ProArgi-9 262 times before it's in the package. Who does that? I said, couldn't you stop at 250? I mean, if you stopped at 70 tests, would that be okay?
Still be great, right?
40. How about 7? 262 different tests are done. They have a machine in there, and I want you to go to Utah to see. They have a piece of machinery, Mike, that can take an eyedropper, and one drop of an eyedropper inside 16 Olympic-sized pools, and the machine can detect that eyedropper.
Wow.
Detect that ingredient. I mean, that's just unheard of. And that's why we don't really have competition. And the stuff it literally can change lives, and we've seen it.
I know.
We've seen it. So I know we got off a little bit on a tangent, but the hell with it.
But we always get off them. Nothing's scripted. One thing about everybody, listen, nothing is scripted. We come on here, and whatever comes off the top of our head, that's what we talk about. You know, people ask me all the time, hey, what are you guys going to talk about? I have no idea. What do you mean? You have to know. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to talk about. Who knows? I have no idea.
But next week, I think we're going to have a couple of guests. We're not going to have any guests tonight.
Okay.
We're going to wrap it up. So.
All right, let's wrap it.
What else you got going on? Anything else?
Well, you know, it's a big positive week. You know, business is roaring like crazy. So I'm very happy, very excited. You know, it's a lot of good things happening in 2022. We got a great year ahead of us. Just got to stay positive, stay motivated, and like you say, be consistent, keep discipline, and you're gonna hit all those goals. Go get it. Peace. You're crazy. Peace out, Bobby D. See you next week.
Bye.